Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is your host, Sam Capizzi, here to bring you everything crypto related, where the rich never sleep. It's been a couple of days since I had time to do a video. I have been extremely busy, a little bit stressed out, got a lot going on. I'm actually moving out into a new house today as we speak, but I wanted to hop on because I know I haven't had a chance to. If you look behind me, the house is a mess. Yeah, we're moving out. Me and my buddy Snay, we are upgrading to a 3-bedroom, going to convert the one into an office slash studio to set it up for, to do more professional like videos here on the YouTube channel. So I've been going through a lot of that. Just got back from Blockcon. That was quite an awesome event. Met a lot of cool people, ICOs, companies, connections. Learned a lot about the industry. Learned a lot about ICOs and how they're conducted and how, just my opinions. What else? Yeah, Paul, thank you. Home offices are great. We kind of got a little one set up right now, and it's been great so far, but definitely needed to upgrade, especially as my partner in the business decided to quit his job to work full-time in crypto as well. So yeah, I saw CNBC, and I think they added a Bitcoin something on their news section. I think they added a Facebook page about Bitcoin. But yeah, going through that, I have a lot of great things to share about Blockcon and just the industry in general. So that was my first event that I have attended. Well, let's save that after. Let's talk about the market first and just the general outlook. What else? Yeah, let's just jump right into it. And if you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer as many as possible. I don't have a whole lot of time here today. I'm also dealing with, I have a house and I had a bad tenant go missing basically and not pay rent and trash my house that I own back in Philadelphia. And I've been dealing with that. So a lot going on. So I apologize for not making any videos the last couple days. Been busy, but let's take a look at the charts. So the market cap is at 171 billion, and when I was at Blockcon, it was funny, everyone's looking on their phone talking about BTC and then everything going up. Quite exciting. Something I want to just show you guys is where we currently are in the market cap. So this is basically an all-time high. We're seeing a little bit of, this is some resistance that we're hitting right here. I'd like to see if we can break through that. We've been here before. We're here again. We got here in the beginning of September, end of August. And we're seeing Bitcoin go up a lot, and I didn't share a whole lot about the Bitcoin gold fork. I think on my YouTube channel, we've been talking about it a lot inside the Moon Lounge, and we had a video dedicated to it. But last week, we kind of told a lot of people in the group that we were going to be looking to sell a lot of our smaller altcoins, and I think this was a good time, and I think it still is a good time to reassess your portfolio if you're not comfortable with it right now. I'm someone who is definitely a longer-term investor, and I don't want to reassess my portfolio every single day and day trade. That's just not me. My partner is a little bit more so, but I like to, I'll take times like this to reassess my portfolio and maybe come outside of some of those altcoins that aren't extremely strong and just get back down to the things that I'm holding. So I'll tell you, 80% of my portfolio right now is in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Omise Go, Quantum, Neo, and I guess Litecoin is kind of high up there as well. That is the bulk of my portfolio. I decided to pull out of a lot of things that were speculative and more long-term, things like IOTA, things like 10x that I like, just some of these smaller market cap coins. And Coin was a coin that just didn't make it out of the dip before. Just a lot of these smaller little coins, nothing that I had a lot of money in, maybe 1, 2, 3%, but I decided to move that all into Bitcoin. And I didn't go all in Bitcoin to try and claim this free Bitcoin gold. I don't think that's ever a good idea. There's nothing certain here. Nothing is guaranteed. No one knows positively that Bitcoin was going to go up, but I traded some of my alts that I just, wasn't a huge believer in. I do think we'll continue to see a little bit more of a downtrend. I do think Bitcoin is really high right now, and I never buy anything when it's this high. And if we pull up the chart, at least not Bitcoin, and let me just wait till we pull up the chart. I never buy anything when it's green, so I can't really recommend, even though I still think the alts will keep bleeding and Bitcoin may continue to rise a little bit. I can't really recommend to just buy Bitcoin right now. It's just not good, in my mind, investment advice. You never want to buy at all-time highs. We are at all-time highs right now by far. Even though a lot of this stuff, you know, I like to use this wave trend here. The MACD isn't even close to crossing here on the daily. The RSI indicates we're really overbought right now, but it's tricky. I never buy anything like this. And when we have no cap and we blew through this resistance line, there really wasn't a lot beyond that $5,000 region. We kind of flew past it. You can see the next wall isn't until 58, you know, so I could see us quickly jumping up to 58. We have good support here at 55. I'm not the biggest fan of buy and sell walls either, though. Again, I'm more of a long-term investor. Personally, this is not a time that I would want to look to get in. If we bring this in a little bit closer, we could see a little bit more details. The MACD kind of looks like we're coming to an inflection point there. But we're still kind of on this upward trend. Let's bring this down. Let's look at it real close in the 2-hour region. Wow. That is quite a run up. And on the 2-hour, we actually are crossing. So we are seeing some price movement here. Something that I'd like to do is let's just draw a fib from, let's go right here to right here. Or we could even, let's actually bring this up to right there. And let's zoom in. Let me put this a little bit better. I'm someone who likes to use my fibs from candle to candle. However, maybe in 2 hours, maybe we should actually go up wick to wick. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go wick to wick. So right now we are around this region right here, this 55 mark. Our next line of support, and you can kind of tell here with the candles, it's not even strong area of support. I think this is our next real area of support, this 52.62 region here. But again, I don't think it's the best time to buy Bitcoin. I wouldn't bank on it going up. There's just way more potential downside than potential upside, right? The chances of us blowing past 6,000 are much less likely than they are for us to head back down to 5,000, because we have a lot of support down here in this $5,000 region. You can see it all right here. This may be our new bottom now. You know, our last bottom, I told you guys from the last peak, would be in this region, and we ended up hitting it. And, you know, this might be it. It's yet to be seen. We'll have to see how much we continue this uptrend. But I can't recommend buying Bitcoin from USD or fiat money right now. It still is probably a good time. I do think alts will continue to bleed a little bit as we get closer to the fork. I think that it could be a good time to pull out of some of your things. But a lot of my strong coins like Neo and Omise Go, Quantum, Ethereum, I'm not really looking to pull out of them. I wasn't looking to just load up on Bitcoin for the fork and claim a lot of Bitcoin Gold. I didn't think that was, I don't know, a very good idea. I staked my Quantum and Neo, so I'm not very much of a day trader in that sense. So I sort of held on to all that stuff. Sold, like I said, some other little things. Do you think alts will continue to bleed? So we answered that. Good time to invest in Walton coin. Let's take a look. I haven't seen Walton in a while. Let's bring it up on the charts. Is that it? Only on HitBTC? Is that right? Maybe Coinigy doesn't have... What exchanges is Walton listed on? It's on Binance. I don't think Coinigy supports Binance yet. That's unfortunate. And there's really no data here on HitBTC. HitBTC only has $23,000 worth of volume. So let's just look at the charts over here. I really wish I could draw something on here. I wonder if TradingView, I don't know. Does TradingView have Binance's API? Let's take a look. I always forget how to use TradingView. My partner uses TradingView a lot. I prefer Coinigy. How do I draw a chart? Search for Walton Coin BTC. WTC BTC? I guess not. Walton Coin. I don't see it. So I guess I don't have it on here either. Cryptocurrency. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Ethereum, USDT. Yeah, I guess I'm doing that right. I guess they just don't have it on here yet. So that's unfortunate. But if I were to draw a fib just from here to here, it still looks like we're going down. It's hard to tell. There's not. It stinks that I can't look at the charts. That's unfortunate. Wallencoin is a long-term play. It had a lot of hype. I think it's a great use case. I think it's fantastic, but it's a huge long-term play. They're working on their own RFID chips to solve the supply chain or solve some issues in the supply chain management industry, specifically when it comes to apparel. And they are a Chinese coin, and there's a ton of apparel manufacturing and supply chain management related industries over in China. But I think it was more of a long-term play for me. It's kind of like IOTA, or in the sense that it is very. It's kind of like a little bit of a pipe dream. It's a great use case. I think it's great, but it's far off, and it's not something I'd be looking to load up on. I mean, you could purchase 1 or 2 or 3% maybe if you really believe in it in its vision. But I read the entire white paper, and it's got a really long roadmap ahead, and it's got a lot of things to work through. I know there's a lot of excitement. They signed some deals. They want a competition. They're redoing their website right now, but in my opinion, I just think it's a much longer term hold, and it's not something that I'm purchasing at the moment. Let's talk about Blockcon in my experience. So I spent let me make myself full screen. So I spent a lot of time at Blockcon, which was an event here in Los Angeles. There was a bunch of speakers that I got to speak with. Vinny Lingham from Civic, Shapeshift was there, a ton of new ICOs, BitClave, a lot of awesome people and other just people outside of the blockchain industry that were really attracted. And the biggest thing that I came away from the event was that blockchain isn't going anywhere. It was real. And it was funny to see just the development of the event. It was very unorganized. I think blockchain is got a long way to grow, and there's a necessity for all kinds of people and markets and jobs in this industry right now. There was a big struggle and hurdle in marketing. There's a lot of really smart people and just not very good presentation, organization, relaying that message in a formalized format. There's a lot of smart people. But what it made me realize is that blockchain isn't going anywhere. A lot of people think it's a bubble or this, that, or the other. There were famous people left and right that I got a chance to meet that were hopping on because they saw blockchain and Bitcoin, and they heard things here and there, and they're paying attention. I live, right inside of Los Angeles. The Silicon Valley's out here. We have a lot of innovative minds and creative thinkers, and all of them are catching on board with the development of blockchain. So in my eyes, I don't see it as a bubble at all. I think it's just the very beginning. I see so much room for growth. There is a need for anyone and everyone. We need researchers. We need people helping to deliver the message. We need women. We need people that can spread the message. We need researchers. We need everything. The market is extremely young. And there is just a need for all these different types of jobs right now. So if you're interested at all in helping the community grow and learning more, there is a lot of need for growth. I even need people. I'm looking to hire some interns, some video editors, researchers, charters. I'm growing a business and a company out of this, and spending, this is my full-time job. And not just me, but everything. I don't know. Just the general gist of it was that the community is not in a bubble, and it's really cool, and there's a lot of cool people catching on. Additionally, what was I going to say? ICOs. There was like 50 ICOs there, and it's funny. A lot of ICOs, most ICO money comes from new money. It's not investors already in the market. Basically, Vinny Lingham came out directly and said at the speech, don't buy any ICOs. VCs, capital investing, have all the money they need, usually prior to launching, if they're a good company. And the ICOs typically don't even need your money. He said they're a scam, basically. Don't even invest in them. And while I think there is great opportunities in some ICOs, I agree with him in a lot of those sentiments. I think a lot of them don't really need your money. A lot of them raised the money and already came to the table with what they need to deliver their project. And they are kind of just cash grabs. They are not really necessary. They are... it really made me refrain, and I had a lot of excitement with ICOs earlier last year, earlier this year, and I kind of learned my lesson to be more patient, understand that A lot of these ICOs, they're just ideas, they're visions, they don't have an existing customer base, so it's really, really tricky. And I just want to stress to be, be cautious, do your own research, and the public sees all the excitement and stuff. What happens behind doors, what's happening with all this, the people that are first to market, the people that are, know about the idea first. And, you and me, we don't impact the market that much. We're not whales. We don't have, millions to load up on. So just keep that in mind. The name of the game for me is to acquire as much Ethereum and Bitcoin as possible. I truly believe in them, and I use a lot of the altcoins to try and accumulate more Bitcoin and Ethereum. So just be cautious of, all the ICOs. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of room for growth. It's hard to tell who's going to come out on top in the end. Any questions for me? Let's take a look at the charts and see if I notice anything. I know Neo died down a bit as Red Pulse's ICO came to a conclusion. We have Quantum down a bit. Might be a good time to pick up some more. I started staking mine and already started earning some rewards, solving some blocks. Where is the QTUM calculator? I'd be interested to share this with you guys. I shared it with you already. There is a calculator out there where you can calculate your ROI based on the current people staking QTUM. So right now it's still pretty high. There's 14%. What else? How many people are staking on the network? The current network weight is about 7.5 million. So yeah, it changes every day and every minute actually, because the more QTUM that's being staked on the network at the moment depends on your reward. It's all proportional. What about ARK? So ARK is looking better. ARK is looking better. I'm gonna pull up a ARK chart. I'm gonna go out to 1 day, and we are still declining. Take a look at MACD. It looks like we're getting close to crossing. Wave trend close to crossing. RSI still declining. It's looking juicier. It's looking juicier. We'll be looking to pick some more up, but I think we have more potential downside. I want to go from here. Let me bring this full screen. Maybe here. Let's go wick to wick. And if we go all the way to the bottom, actually now is a pretty good time. Now actually it looks like a pretty good time, honestly, to get into ARK. I would just be cautious right now with any altcoins. I know ARK is a stronger coin that I believe in. I do like it a lot. You might want to, what I would do is I would ladder orders. Purchase rate here, purchase rate, here, oops, maybe here. There's support right here. If we break this kind of support, it goes all the way back down to here. But this would be a good time to start laddering orders. I never stress or recommend entering in one set position. I like to ladder my orders in because you never know where the bottom is exactly. But it looks like we're getting there. You can see the MACD starting to cross. There might be a little bit more potential downside. But in the next few days, actually, I might look up to add some more ARK to my portfolio as well. So good question. Does Quantum stake like Neo? I mean, without having to have your computer on. Neo, you don't need to have your computer on. Quantum, you do need to have your computer on, unfortunately. What I did is I bought I didn't buy a dedicated computer. I actually had one laying around, so I used that one. I tried to stake on the Raspberry Pi. It was just too complicated for me to figure out. I just decided to use my old computer, and I'll stake all the coins over on that one. I don't know much about Electronium, man. I apologize. Lisk has... I don't know what's been going on recently with Lisk. I haven't paid attention to it as of late, but it's actually remained pretty strong. One of the stronger altcoins as of late. It certainly took a dip with the rest of them. MACD still shows we're going downwards. Wave trend shows it's crossing. This is a daily chart. RSI indicates it's oversold, both on stochastic as well as the normal. I would be interested to see how much further we drop. Maybe down to here. I don't know. But I haven't taken a deep. I haven't paid attention recently as to the roadmap, what's going on with Lisk. Um, been busy following Ethereum and Bitcoin and Quantum a lot lately. So, all right, I have to continue moving out, guys. So, I think that's going to wrap it up here for today. I have a lot of cool interviews coming out from Blockcon that you guys can look forward to next week. Just some, people that I pulled aside and just asked them some, questions about the industry. So, thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow.